But right now, this does not change the zone. It's back to what it was back in 1990. So this petition or this resolution does not affect the property whatsoever. It just makes sure that the process starts over and everyone has a fair, equal chance to voice their opinion. That's essentially what it is. Thank you.
Councilman Schneider.
Yes.
I got you.
You got me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I just want clarification for our people that's here today, what the resolution states. Whereas Article 2, Division 3, Section 113-78 of the St. John the Baptist Parish Code of Ordinance permits the parish council to amend the official zoning maps. And whereas the council wishes to affirm the actions of the parish council in 1990 in the rezoning of tracts F1A, F1AN, F1AW, F1ARR, F1B, F1C, F1D, F12, Track B2, Track B3, Track B4, Track B5, and Track B6 for Mosul Subdivision, Wallace, St. John the Baptist Parish to the I3 zoning district. By the St. John the Baptist Parish, that St. John the Baptist Parish is hereby authorized to amend the official zoning map for the above mentioned tracts. And I think the way it reads, the people are interpreting that we're returning it, we agreeing to what the council decided in 1990. So if that's not what we're stating, we need to change this resolution, because as it reads, it said we're affirming the actions taken. The action taken was, they was changing to I3 zoning.
Thank you. And as Mr. Green stated, the council cannot change ordinance, the council cannot change zoning through a resolution.
Well, that's what it
As-
says. The community agree with that statement as well, Mike, but I think that's why the confusion is here. It appears that we're amending the ordinance for zoning to I3 from what the judge stated with a resolution. And the way it reads, it's very confusing. If that's not what we say, we should have that a little clearer.
Resolution does not have the force of law.
Councilman Torres.
Well, we shouldn't have a resolution if that's.
Councilman Torres.
In my research on this, in 1990, this land was rezoned. It was supposed to be improperly rezoned. A parish president went to prison on this same thing that we talking about. So if we gonna file what's in the books right now, why do we need this resolution?
Exactly.
I'm finished.
Councilman Houston.
Mr. Green, does a resolution have the force of an ordinance?
No, ma'am, that's Article 4, Section B of the St. John the Baptist Parish Home Rule Charter.
So we cannot use a resolution to change an ordinance?
No, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're not changing,
Madam,
sorry.
well,
I apologize.
go ahead, Councilman Schneider.
I mean, we're not changing anything. A resolution doesn't hold the force of law. Why are we affirming the decision that was made, the action that was taken by the council in 1990? Because as it reads, we're agreeing with they made, the council changes to I3. As it states, it's very confusing, so I understand the confusion. And if the judge said it went back to residential, why aren't we affirming what the judge stated?
Right.
Councilman Torres. Councilman Torres.
Again, why are we going against, in my personal opinion, I feel we're going against what the judge laid down. Now, I still can't understand why we have to do this. That we have followed the procedure we had, why we need this? Can't understand it.
Thank you, Councilman Torres. Councilman Monaire.
The judge said that the council back in 1990 made a misstep in what he was doing. Now, none of us was on this council at that time. Okay, so as I'm reading this, I know one thing for sure. The people who I looked that was on this council at that time, And Mr. Torres mentioned about the parish president went to jail. Well, he went to jail for what he did. The council was never involved in that issue. The order was involved in the planning of action. Now, I definitely do not like the fact that people like Easton Lewis, Dale Wolf, Joe McTorbey, Pete Ned Dewey, and all the other council members that's still alive, those are some that's dead. And these people serve with honor and dignity. And for anybody to try to drag your name down, that they did anything wrong, and this resolution does not have a force of law, it does not change anything. It does not change anything. It's just reinforming what the judge said, that the process must start all over again. The judge did not rule that the land cannot be changed. Okay, so the judge did not rule that it cannot be changed again. He just said the process has to start all over again. And everyone, citizen, anybody else would have the opportunity to object like they had in 1990. So that's all what it simply is saying, that the process must start over again. He did not rule that it stays like it is. And let every landowner in St. John the Baptist Parish have the right to change their property zone. But they have to go through a process, which is to fill out the paperwork, bring it to planning and zoning, go to a public hearing, and if it passes through that area, then it comes to the council. This does not affect the judge's order. The property is back to what it was in 1990. This is what you came for, this is what you have. Okay, so it's not changing.
Councilman Torres.
I don't think nobody's in here bringing up the council makeup in 1990. I think you're doing that, Mr. Wiley.
I did.
I've been, this is my first go around. I made some mistakes in voting. I guarantee you got some things I wouldn't vote again, but when you learn as you go. You get experience, and you start looking at it. You go to committees, you learn what's outside of St. John Parish. They got a different set of rules. And I kind of take offended that we are downgrading or whatever, because I have all respect for Mr. Dale Wolf. In fact, I was, a few people call me the white Dale Wolf of St. John Parish.
Councilman Torres, R23-161.
Not at all.
Councilman Torres. Okay. Councilman Schneider.
Okay, according to the ruling, Snowy referenced the fact that the parish council has an amended version of the ordinance in April 1990 without first submitting the amended text to the planning and zoning for review and recommendation. If we are not changing nothing, and it's starting an uproar in our community, how do we just eliminate all this, leave it as is, and then we don't have to do this? That way it's no confusion. Because if you read the ordinance, it says that that's exactly what we're doing, the resolution. Because I'm not saying I'm for it or against it. I don't wanna be that council member 20 years from now that people are talking about made this decision.
Right.
So I have this confusion, we can stop it right here today. If we're not changing it, then why mess with it?
That's right. Especially why say that.
Schneider.
Look, why say
So
you
I just wanna make sure that, again, I don't know if I comment how many more times we can clarify, but the ordinance, the resolution does not carry the force of law, and the ordinance does. What this resolution does will provide a vehicle to start the process if it passes, which will allow due process for any and all parties wishing to participate in discussions for or against. And we have that clarification from legal also on the record. We have a motion and a second to approve ordinance R23-161. Madam Secretary, please do a roll
I'd
call
like to do
vote.
a substitute motion, Mr. Wright.
Ma'am,
Do I have the floor? May I do a substitute motion?
what's your substitute motion?
I'd like to make a motion that we table this item until we state this resolution in clearly where it was understood, where there's no confusion with it. To restate this resolution. Because as stated, it could be interpreted in many different ways, and I don't think it's interpreted as we stating it is. So I'd like to make a motion to table this item and revisit this resolution.
Okay, we have a motion to table R 23-161,
Second,
second by Councilman Torres. Madam Secretary, please do a roll call vote.
This is for the table.
Yes.
Mr. Monair?
No.
Mr. Becknell?
No.
Mr. Torres?
yes.
Ms. Houston? No. Mr. Wright?
No.
Ms. Joy Griffin? Yes. Mr. Curie?
No.
Ms. Schneider?
Yes.
Ms. Fauché? No.
Thank you. That fails. 6-3. Now we go for the original motion on the floor, which is to approve R 23-161. Madam Secretary, please do a roll call vote.
Mr. Monair?
Yes.
Mr. Becknell?
Yes.
Mr. Torres?
No.
Ms. Houston? Yes. Mr. Wright?
Yes.
Ms. Joy Griffin? No. Mr. Curie?
Yes.
Ms. Schneider?
No.
Ms. Fauché? Yes.
That carries 6-3. Jacqueline Hotard, Stacy Cador,